I'm Danielle, and let me tell you a little bit about my background. I spent many, many years trying to figure out what was right for me. I've had a lot of jobs, and I've worked for large corporations, I've worked for small companies, I worked for a startup. I had my own company for 5.5 years. It was a jewelry line. I worked in the music industry, the beauty industry, the fashion industry. I did recruiting, I did event planning, I did project management, I did sales. I did a lot of things that I thought would be a good fit, and without even actually paying attention to what a good fit really meant. I wasn't really, I would say, oh, I want to work in the music industry, and I'd have a job in the music industry, and it was fun for 10 minutes, and then you realize it's just a job. And I was like, what exactly are you doing here? You're totally not fulfilled. The common denominator is you in all of these jobs. You go to work every day and you feel like you're getting the life sucked out of you. That's no way to live. So what are you going to do about it? And I gave myself a little bit of time to think about it. I honestly don't know how it is that I decided to pursue coaching. It was an intuitive thing. And as it turns out, I was right, thankfully. And I chose a school that I liked a lot called IPEC. And when I first started, I was basically going through their website, and they had all of these recorded teleclasses. And I came across one that Jeff did. He was talking about everything that I wanted to do. It's not like I had already gone through some classes, and I thought, this guy sounds different. He's not like every other coach. He's speaking my language. He's talking about what he's done, the way that he mentors, and he basically was talking about writing and public speaking, and how he went after his mentors, and it was really compelling, and he had this really amazing positive energy, and he was really engaging, and I thought, I gotta talk to this guy. He's like this library of information. I had already hired a coach, and I hired one within seconds of starting, and so I was on the phone with Jeff, and I thought, I really want to work with this guy, but I already have a coach. And I thought, well, I'll just hire him for the business aspect. And so I did. I went and I did it. And there was no way I could not work with him. As it turns out, I just wasn't really ready to start building a business yet. I didn't have enough information. But in the meantime, he started to get to know me. And, one of the things I can say about him is that he's this extraordinary listener. He can listen between the lines, if you will. He basically started pointing things out about me that I would never have thought to highlight in my selling of myself. What I found to be amazing about Jeff is that he approaches, it's kind of like a holistic approach to creating a business. It's coaching, it's mentoring, it's doing, it's writing, whether it be on your website, your own personal blog. If you want to write a book, he's written a book. Public speaking, he's all into that. Jeff, when it comes to working with him, first of all, he's super smart. He's, like I said, he's an amazing listener. He is a wealth of information. He's really supportive, and he has ideas. He has observations and ideas that would never have occurred to me, for me and my business. And so, I have a lot of ideas, but I didn't know how to start. And he helps you with that. So the whole thing can be really overwhelming. And what's great about working with him is that it doesn't feel so overwhelming when you talk to him. It's a step-by-step process. It's a process just like anything else. and he's encouraging. He doesn't push an agenda on you. Like I said, he's really enthusiastic. He's really authentic, and he's a pleasure to speak with every week. When it comes to the specifics of business and his wealth of knowledge, he can really help you create the business that is right for you and that makes you stand out in a sea of so many coaches.